remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Good enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Crazy so many nights, but said
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, you know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday. Normally, this would be the time that I introduce Dunks, but I believe Dunks is coming fresh off of a holiday break, and I think he is very busy at work. So he said if he can make it, he will take the link and join the live, hopefully a little bit later in this joint. Y'all know I don't plan to be on this joint no more than about an hour and 30 minutes long, just to get to the meat and potatoes, man. But tonight's topic, man, y'all see this, right? I don't know if you're like me, but I've always often wondered who really kind of created this whole sneaker culture. And you can debate this from as far as all the way back from like Run DMC rocking the Adidas with no laces, but it goes hand in hand with the hip hop culture. And I say all that to say, for tonight's topic, I kind of just want to keep it chill and relax. How did the Air Jordan lead to the rise of the sneaker culture, right? Okay, I'm not going to say that Air Jordan and Nike started the sneaker culture, but it most definitely, they've been at the top for a while and they ain't jumped yet. And I'm going to just leave it like that, right? I see we got Manny with the kicks coming in the building. What up, Manny? Everybody smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, of course. I need to put the Discord link up in the chat. I will do that. Y'all give me like 2 seconds real quick. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, man, y'all smash the like button, sub up, and I do want y'all to sign up for that Sold Out Discord. It is free to sign up. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to pin that up in while I'm live real quick. How's everybody's pretty much, I guess you can say, holiday breaks been, man? Because reality is, it's been a long one, man, because July 4th fell on Tuesday, man. So if you're like me, things have been kind of just slow. And I know the sneaker market has been kind of slow itself in general. But I do feel like there will be a strong turn of events, man, coming pretty soon. I see we got J-Rod in the building. What up, J-Rod? Salute to J-Rod, man. As y'all come in and out of this joint, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. It really goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Looks like we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Riches. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Yep, I'm just going to say Teenage Mutant because that's normally what I say. What up, what up, what up? I'm about to put the Discord in the chat real quick. Y'all hold on, bear with the kid. And I'm going to pin the joint real quick. And then we're going to get this party started tonight, man. Appreciate y'all coming through and kicking with the kid. Hope y'all are having a good like midday week too, man. Because one thing I'll say this, one of my family members used to say, the biggest saying was like, if you can make it through Wednesday, you can make it through the rest of the week. And if you're like me, Monday was a slow day, Tuesday off, and then of course, now we already here at Wednesday. So I don't made it through Wednesday. I just got to finish out the rest of the week, man, and kick it back for the weekend. Man with the kick says, chill with the family and caught up, can't complain. Most definitely, that's what you're supposed to do, man. We got to take a break every now and then and just enjoy the fruits of our labor and our family members, man. We don't spend enough time sometimes as family because we're always all just like working, you know what I mean? So salutes to that. Salute to that, Manny. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, chilling. Okay, got you, man. I see you. J-Rod says, you going for the UNCs tomorrow? To be honest, most likely, yes. Just to get them out the way. Because, I mean, as I said in, like, top up-and-coming, like, releases of July, it's one of those shoes where if it didn't exist, I wouldn't be mad. But I do have the bread toes, and I got the stuff circulating around it where I'm like, this is my thing. I got the Obsidian joints, the Obsidians, and this is just my thought process of when I'm picking and when I'm going to drop that bread on a shoe, just FYI for the people who don't know. And I saw Manny put up in the Discord that, the time is supposed to be from anywhere from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Probably going to meet closer to like that 12 a.m. time mark if I had to guess, or 1 or something like that. Because 10 o'clock is usually when something's dropped, but I don't think we got nothing major other than those phone posits. So I think they're going to let the phone posits ride at 10. And then after that, they're going to hit us with that shock drop. If I had to guess, it's going to be in the afternoon, but don't quote me. I don't work for Nike. I'm just making my best educated guess. But to answer your question, yes, because they looking sweet, man. And even though I'm tired of Jordan 1s, this one, you can't hate it no matter how you slice it and dice it. Now, I will say this. I won't pay resale for the joint, but if I can grab it for retail with no stress, I'm talking like I'm gonna enter and not even. I'm gonna just wait for a notification. I mean, that's what you got to do anyway. But I mean, like literally, I'm just gonna enter it. If I hit, I hit. If I don't, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be something I'm chasing crazy, man. Plus, I ain't dropped it yet, but I just had some come crazy in the mail, so I got a video coming to y'all. Hopefully, I'm gonna drop that unboxing next week. So just know that I got an unboxing. I got a tomorrow's unboxing, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Just FYI, I got a sneaker unboxing coming. Hopefully next week, man. Because it's been honestly this summer for sneakers. While we've had a lot of stuff back to back, we've had nothing like super crazy. I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm tripping, y'all let me know. But right now, I don't think we had nothing like super duper crazy, man. Let's see. The Slayer says, "Sup, sneaker familia." That's family in Spanish, to the best of my knowledge. Teenage Mutant says, "I'm excited to hear about the topic. Fire, most definitely, man. I'm definitely gonna get into that joint. Tonight's topic, I did read that already. It says, how did Air Jordans lead to the rise of the sneakerhead culture? This is basically like an article I found based out of like a college. So I feel like we got somebody, a young buck in college, or possibly a professor. I think probably may have wrote this as well or tweaked it. That is probably a sneakerhead into the sneaker culture, man. So this is definitely something interesting. Now, I will say this. We've also seen from time to time where they've done stuff like this with The Last Dance. We've seen stuff on ESPN, even though The Last Dance came on ESPN, but it was also like other documentaries of Jordan. Also, you can think of the Air movie. While that is not directly a Jordan, but it's based off the deal. You know what I mean? So Jordan's story is super duper interesting, man. If we're going to keep it 100, super duper interesting story. So I'm definitely excited to go into this topic tonight as well to see what they got on here. I glanced at it, but I really didn't break it down. Now, I will go over the key points. I'm going to go over that when I share my screen here in just a second. That pretty much the key points of this, the key takeaway from these articles, man. And I definitely want to dive into that. And basically, I say this all the time, like, if the Jordans didn't take off, there would be a sneaker culture, but I don't think it would be on a level of what it is now, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Jordan is an end all be all, but they definitely took it to another planet. But who do we blame? Because, I mean, no disrespect to Mr. Jordan, but he may have gave some insight of what he would like to see the shoe designed as. But as far as like color palettes and stuff, I feel like he didn't really, I don't know. I feel like he just said, hey, make this look like my car. Because a lot of his shoes are based off his cars that he, that was what the inspiration behind designing the shoes. A lot of people, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't know. The twos, I think, was based off when they tried to go a little bit more luxury, based off like that France style. You know what I'm saying? But don't quote me on that as well. But it's just little things that floats around in the sneaker culture as you get deeper and deeper into it. You know what I'm saying? And I know we do got some people that's definitely new to the game, but very interesting topic tonight. I agree with you, Teenage Mutant. Manny with a Kick says, MJ wearing the Airship, then switch up to the Band 1s. Teenage Mutant says, best Air Jordan after the 14s. I have to get back to you on that because I really stopped at the 14s. They keep it 100. But there are some ones that are like some close ones that I probably could check out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really want to. Honestly, it gets fuzzy. After the 14, the Jordans get fuzzy to me. Like, I remember certain ones, but nothing that I went crazy for. I'm going to put it like that. And then I like, Dub Zeros was nice and stuff too, but that's kind of like that's not a numbered shoe though. You know what I mean? So that's why I said I want to get back to you on that one for sure, Teenage Mutant. Manny with the Kick says, Spike Lee do the right definitely helped Jordan Brand pop. Most definitely. A lot of things help that, man. You can say Spike Lee's definitely Spike Lee do the right thing. That's a movie for the people who don't know. But also you can think of Fresh Prince had their era where they had the fives on, you know what I'm saying? Rocking that. So I mean, I feel like everybody played like a major role in it outside of just pop culture. And this article definitely breaks that down tonight. I'm super excited to even more so read it now because everybody we all already know, like, what's this gonna be about tonight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even had to go that deep into start breaking everything down. Shoe Nation says Air Jordan 16 at Teenage Mutant, so he thinks that's the best one after the 14s. Respect, respect, respect. Y'all make sure y'all hear me okay, visuals okay. Y'all let me know as too as well. Teenage Mutant says, "What's goody chat? Hope we all doing well. 100, 100, 100. What up, Teenage Mutant for real?" He says, "Bought some Jordan 3s, watched them Wizards, and I'm loving them." Okay. I'll say that about those. Those are a dope shoe, but at the same time, the reason I didn't cop them is because I had those True Blue 3s. And so I just like, all right, cool. You got a fresh pair of True Blue 3s with the Nike check, call it a day. But those Wizards, they not bad though. I think for the younger generation, for sure. And of course, and for whoever want them. So, I mean, if my True Blues was super destroyed, this would be like something I would definitely add to the collection. J Rod says, "What's your favorite pickup so far this year?" I'm not gonna count the resale stuff I don't pay for. But I will say for shoes this year, my favorite pickups, probably the playoff 13s. I think I got those for retail. I like those. If I'm not mistaken, those Penny Hardaway joints, the foam posits dropped this year. I got those for the retail shorty. I like those. The Air Maxes that I use for the gym. Low key, I have broke them joint. They used to be really weird on the like toe area of my foot, but now I don't broke it in where it's not even weird anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna still say playoff 13s right now. And I didn't go. Did I go for the Travises? I didn't get it though. That's the thing. I didn't get it. So I'm talking my pickup for sure. And I'm just talking about this year, not based off something I got this year that was a resale shoe that was probably a couple years ago. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I definitely just picked up something. I gotta, I'm trying to hit y'all with the surprise there. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says first pair, LOL. Manu the Kick says, okay, cool. It's your first pair of threes. Okay. Manny says, J-Rod, Teenage Mutant Slayer plus Shoe Nation with the salutes. Teenage Mutant says, true. Them 16 kind of catch my eye here and there. Not gonna lie, Shoe Nation. J-Rod with the salutes to Manny. Manu the Kicks. My New Balance came in fire. Okay, salutes. That's what's up, man. Congrats, Manny. I know you are a big New Balance. I'm trying to get my New Balance game right. That's why I've been trying to do a little bit more videos on those as well. Plus, this is a perfect time to do it because, Yeezys, we don't know when the next official drop is going to be. Because I've been hearing July, but I guess it's going to be August. We don't know, but it's definitely more in stock. Let's see. J-Rod says, I guess you're going to say those Turtle Doves Pirate Blacks. Now that I think about it, that is a pickup. Even though they were supposed to release in August, but they didn't drop them till this year. I like those as well. So, I had to come off the hit with the chips, but not too crazy on it. I think that one I can put, it's like one of my favorite pickups as well. Let's see. J-Rod says, you hear about Jordan talking about his disapproval of Laura and his son? Yeah, I heard about it. He just said no. Which makes sense. He, you know what I'm saying? Like reality is, I'm gonna keep 100 about that situation. Not only probably the age gap that probably bothers, Michael Jordan, but also the fact that, do you see what Scottie Pippen just went through after, breaking up with her, divorcing her? She living, like, her lifestyle didn't change. So I'm assuming he's thinking long run, like, don't end up like Scottie, so to speak. Because you got your eyes. Think about it. She's what, 13 years old, 13 years older than him, allegedly. Don't quote me on that. But I'm going to say this. I'm not saying that can't work. But at the same time, she been out here for a minute. She was married to Scottie or whatever. But even while they were separated, you seen a lot of young bucks. We can even put Future, sorry. He apologized. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about her, hey, to each your own, do your thing. But I'm saying I think that probably Michael Jordan don't want his son to be affiliated with that, and I can see why. But at the same time, if I was Marcus Jordan, right, and I was presented with the opportunity, I'm going to say this. I don't know what I would do, but I know it would be easier said than done to be like, oh, nah, man, you used to be married to my dad's teammate, So I'm just saying, like I said, she Scotty was much older than her too. So I mean, it's just I don't know. It's money problems. Hopefully, I don't even want to experience, man. I'm gonna just say that, man. But yeah, I've seen it to answer your question, J Rod. Divine Photo says best Jordans to me are the ones, 2 lows, 3, 4, 9s, 11, 12. So you like pretty much all of them. You know, I see you skip like you skip the 5s, the 6s, 7s, 8s. Yeah, you know, but hey, it's all preference at the end of the day. So I can't even knock it at all. You know what I'm saying? It's all preference at the end of the day. Let's see. Where did I leave off? J Rod says, I had Jordan 21 back in the day and they were fire. Manny with the kick says, MJ ain't trying to get into that mess, J Rod. Exactly. That's my whole point. He ain't trying to, he don't want to be affiliated. You know, and I can see why, you know. Shoe Nation says 18s were nice too, but the suede was easy to mess up. The Slayer says, I don't usually wear Jordans, but when I do, it's the 4s. 4s, I feel like, is a lot of people's favorite silhouettes. I can see even Divine Photos had that a part of her. It's hard to not put a 4 a part of some lists, man. And 4s have had some dope collaborations as well. I mean, I think 4s is a hard shoe to really mess up, you know, if we're going to keep it 100. So even the ones that don't seem like they're going to do well, they still do well. You know what I mean? I had no problem. I sold a couple 4s in my collection. I want to say one. But I had no problem. Like, I put that joint out there. It was instantly getting attention. Let's see. J Rod says Larsa took half of Scotty's pension shake money. See. Manu the Kick says facts. Polo Fresh Prince had a ton of Jordan pairs. Most definitely, he had a lot of 5s, bro. Like, that's what we got. And we're gonna get back on topic in a minute. I'm just reading through the chat real quick. Let's see. Manny says reimagine 3s for me. Oh, yeah. Reimagine 3s. You can put that on there. Yeah, reimagine 3s for sure. And the playoff 13s. I think those will be a top 2 for me. For cop-wise. I'm not saying that's dropped so far, but I'm saying that I actually obtained. You know what I mean? That's what we focus on. Divine Photo says, you heard about leaked shot drop for UNC 1s are about 2 p.m. EST time tomorrow. Well, there you go, everybody. To answer your question, Divine Photos, yes. Salute to Manny for putting that in the Sold Out Discord. I'm not sure if you're signed up for the Sold Out Discord, Divine Photos, but it is pinned up at the top and it is free to sign up. We be getting a lot of stuff, a lot of leaks as soon as people get the information they posted in the Discord. But to answer your question, yes. So good thing you put 2 o'clock in there because Manny, I think he put anywhere from 10 to 2. So probably, yeah, same thing that everybody's hearing. I'm thinking it's probably going to be more close to that 2 o'clock drop. Don't quote me. I don't know. It's just kind of keep your eyes on the phone because there's nothing more annoying whenever they do a shot drop and the sneakers app don't give a notification until after like 30 minutes later where everybody don't pretty much spread it all over the internet real fast and you ain't got a shot unless it's just something somebody really, really doesn't want. Shoe Nation says, thinking of buying the Shaq Attack Orlandos for 100. I mean, hey, if you like them joints, go for it. J Rod says, I agree with the 3s, Manny. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, facts. Says, I need to cop Reimagine 3s along with the Thunders. Those Thunder 4s go hard, most definitely. Yeah. Those go hard, but at the same time, it wasn't like, I don't know. And that's the sad part. I should put that on the list too, because I remember they did drop the Thunders. I would say this, but the Thunders, I don't want them. If I got the Thunders, I would be more enticed to get the Lightning, so I would want to have both. You know what I mean? Thunder and Lightning, it just would make sense. Manny with the Kick says, check on eBay for a still Teenage Mutant. He says, Teenage Mutant says, facts 100 at Manny. That's what's up, man. Manny says, Scotty should have gave autograph to Future back in the day. That way Future had to use his Gucci flip-flops. Oh, wow. Yeah. I know what lyrics you're talking about there. I mean, no matter how you slice it and dice it about Future, you're gonna rock with a song or two, if not more. The dude's very, very good. Teenage Mutant says, my favorite have to be the 12s or 13s. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you can't go wrong with either pair. 12s, I feel like that shoe, I got a lot of 12s. I would say this. After the 1s, I would think the next amount of shoes I have, it's got to be the 12s. Yeah, it's got to be the 12s. 11s, I keep that very limited, but Obviously, yeah, 12s will be probably the next crazy amount of shoes I have. So 12s got to be my favorite, whether I want it to be or not. But 12s, I got a couple 13s in there. What I need to get is some 14s. I need to get the 14s right. The last shot, I need to go ahead and just stop playing and get those. Teenage Mutant read that one. Says actually the 11 Concords are up there with me. I mean that's Concord 11s are always gonna be at least in the top. If we do overall sneakers, right? And I'm talking all the sneakers that's been out. I don't care no matter who you put in there. When you come to top 5, Concords make the list. You know, that's just my opinion. Concords make the list. You can't go wrong with the Concord 11s. And last time they dropped was 2018. I know we got the DMP pack that's set to drop this year. It's still not a Concord at the end of the day. Just leave it at that. J Rod says, I love 1s and 3s, but they need the Nike check. The 1s gotta have the Nike check. Well, they got that on there. But the 3s, I know what you're saying. The 3s don't have the. Oh, they need a Nike check on the back of them things, is what you mean. Yeah, that's how I feel with the 3s. You got to mean that. The 3s, you got to mean the 3s. They want the 3s on the back. When I want the back of them 3s, it got that Nike check, it's a must cop. Period. You know what I'm saying? Main says, I agree with that. Also, J Rod. Let's see. The Slayer says, stay safe out here, kings. Women be chasing the bag. Then the man. I can't disagree with that statement. That's all I'm going to say. Try to keep it real simple on the sneakers over here because people get really debatable about the topic. But hey, J Rod says bread or Concord 11. So the bread 11, that's a debate that's going to go forever. That's like never going to end. You're going to have, I feel like that's going to be a 50-50 split. We can do it in the chat right now. We can just do a live post. I guarantee you it's going to be a 50-50 split. Because I would say the Concords, but I feel like Dunks, if he was here, he would say the breads. You know, it's going to be a 50-50 split. That's a debate that's going to go on forever because I remember those joints when I was in like elementary school. I couldn't get them, man. And then when I finally got them, you know what I'm saying? Like, them joints I would have did whatever I had to do to get them. Let's see. Manny says, you don't have the last shot polo. Ay. And you sold them, right? I had them, right, back in the day when I was in school, and I didn't even appreciate them joints the way I should have. I'm gonna get them, but yeah, I don't have them, but I need them. Teenage Mutants laughing at Manny with the kicks. So for me, it's the Concord 11s. See, and then there's Manny. He's with the bread 11s. J Rod says I say breads too. See, that's like just to keep it 100. That could be alive within itself right there, J-Rod. Breads or Concord, which one is the best? To be honest, I'm telling you right now, y'all know I'm not wrong. That's going to be something that's literally like that could go on forever. But let me share my screen. I want to get up on this article I found real quick, man. We're going to definitely continue to live, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, kicking it with the kid as well. So this is an article I found that was created. When was this joint? April 3rd, 2023 says how Michael Jordan revolutionized the sneaker industry and our relationship to shoes. No matter how you slice it and dice it, bro, Jordan sneakers took off like a rocket, and they have honestly, even when they've slowed down, they're still on top compared to the rest. If you ask me, maybe Yeezys have come up there close and or slightly past it, but at the same time, Jordan brand, they did what they had to do to survive. The Slayer says Jeremy Jones, a sneaker professor. I mean, I'm just telling it how it is. I'm just telling it how it is. Manu the Kick says we need to do that on a Saturday live polo. Most definitely, I'm with it. I'm most definitely with it. Get the chat active in there. Actually, I could even post like a vote. Like I could do a vote. Like when we get on the Saturday live, when it's me and Dunks on this joint, I'm gonna make a poll like which one's the best, like Concord or Bread 11s. I'm going to do a poll. I could do that joint tonight, but I'm going to wait whenever Dunks get on here. Hopefully, he should have a weekend good if he ain't got to do anything with the family. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge on Saturday when we get there. Manny says, then the next weekend, Black Jordan 3s or Cement 3s. I'm with it. Keep that, keep putting that joint in there like on the next live too. So when the next live come, I'll put it up in there. J-Rod says, my boy got married and his breads and all his groomsmen were rocking them too. Hey, I gotta give him a pat on the back for that one, man. Cause when and or if that day ever come for me, man, when I find like my boo and then we settle down, like we gonna I'm wearing some J's. I'm gonna probably do like I have a feeling my wedding would be like white and goldish. I'll probably bust out my joint one, like the gold toe joints. I think that's what they call the gold toes. I'll probably bust them joints out, no cap. And of course, you know, if Dunks, I think Dunks, nah, I don't know if Dunks, I know him and his boo together, been together for a long time. I can see him probably doing some in some joints too. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. Let's see, Manny says, Red Down Slayer says, at J Rod was the bride wearing Yeezys. I mean, nah, she probably still wore her regular. I would hope she still rocked her girl stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. J Rod says, hell nah. Slayer says, that's a fire wedding. Shout out to your boy. Most definitely though. I gotta give him respect for that one. Let me read through this article real quick. Y'all know I've been on this joint for like what 37 minutes. Y'all definitely smash the like button. Really goes a long way as y'all come in and out. Appreciate y'all for being active in the chat tonight, man, because this makes the live so much more easier when you're up here, you know, kind of just talking to the camera. But you know, I got to talk to you guys as well. So it's nice to have someone to talk to. But yeah, y'all see the article right here. It says, I see athlete brand developed a modernized like monetization, right? That's the word, because that's what YouTube uses whenever you get a certain amount of thing. So basically getting monetizing off of the brand. Expert and associate professor at the School of Sport and Hospitality Management explains what makes the Air Jordan 1 the most influential sneaker of all time in anticipation of the release of Air. So, according to this article, it's saying this is, and could we agree with this? Air Jordan 1 being the most influential sneaker. Or can we say just Jordans in general was like one of the most influential sneakers? Now I see that this is Ben Affleck's art film reveals the story of Nike recurring so Ben Affleck, they got a little, I guess this is based off the Air movie. I guess we just didn't find this article in time when we was talking about the Air movie. But it's good we found it now, because now it's like one of those, we can go over what we kind of miss. And the key takeaways are already broken down for us. So I'm definitely going to read through that real quick. Let me see what the chat talking about. Let's see, we got Manny dabbing with the YouTube button. The Slayer's pointing. It says the key takeaways from this article, right? We got what, 3, 4, 5 bullet points. It says Michael Jordan has had a symbolic relationship with Nike, and together they grew into two of the most popular sports brands in the world. The Jordan brand reaches goals beyond the actual game of basketball into sports, entertainment, streetwear culture, fashion, and lifestyle. It says in Jordan's first sneaker contract, he signed a 5-year, $2.5 million deal with Nike in 1984. Keep in mind, cost of living wasn't on the level of what it is now. I guarantee you, if he would have did that deal probably like in today's time with all that stuff, that would have been another, which I'm sure, I mean, he's growing to a Billy. You know what I'm saying? Off of sneakers, I know. The Billy brought him up. Basketball helped, but the sneaker thing took off was another game. Says his first contract with Nike redefined how brands signed individual athletes and even celebrities to shoe deals. He reached billionaire status in 2014. So he's been a billionaire since 2014. That has been what, roughly almost 9 years. He coming up on 10 years of like a billionaire. Like he's got access to $1 billion. He's worth $1 billion. I mean, his assets and all that, including his bread, that's in Billy. It's crazy. Manny says, no cap, I haven't seen the Air movie. I haven't either. Don't feel bad, Manny. I haven't seen it either. And to keep it 100, I really have no ill will or rush to see the joint. Now, I will say this. If it come on TV, like, on like a Friday or something, or the day of the week where I ain't really doing nothing, and I'm just like, man, ain't nothing else on, I'll watch the joint. But I'm not finna go out my way to like find it. You know what I'm saying? Just FYI. The Slayer says, you and me both at Manny with the Kick. So that is 3 people that has not seen the joint. Hey, don't feel bad, homies. I haven't seen it either. Next bullet point from here says, released on April 1st, 1985, Peter Moore, a creative director at Nike, designed Air Jordan 1s, which retail for $65. That's crazy. That means in 1985, Air Jordans, the first Air Jordan, retail for $65. Average Jordan 1 now goes at what, 170 now? 170 if I had to, like, based off talking about 160, 170. Talk about, and I will say this, in all fairness, even though it was probably mocked up out the gate, because think about it, the shoe was what, $20, $25 a make. They thought they was doing something then by upcharging it like that. But now if it's still the same price, but I assume like that now it takes $25. People stuff went up over time too, but I'm assuming it's still less than $50 to make the shoe. You know, per shoe, if I had to guess, but don't quote me on that. Either way, yeah, they've been up for a minute on that one. It says the Jordan brand had made Nike more than $100 million by the end of the year. Thus, more brands shifted their marketing focus to individual athletes, not teams. Yeah, so at one point, I think probably it was all like they just made a team shoe for all the players and called it a day and got the contract through the NBA. And then they're like, whoa, let's give Jordan his own deal. See, you can kind of break down a movie without even actually watching the movie for real to keep it 100. But if I guess that's what this all stems from, pretty much he gets the first, like they go all in on an actual athlete versus just trying to get the whole Chicago Bulls, and it pays off, you know, because now it's his own unique signature shoe, you know, and it's definitely have, I don't know, maybe that's why we gravitate to it as sneakerheads. I definitely want to read through the rest of the joint, but yeah, I definitely can't, you know, I definitely can see the point of where this article is going. Let's see. J. Rod says, Air was good movie. We were wrong about the lost and founds going up, though. Hey, I'm going to say this. They may not be up right now in the resale market, but that shoe, it may take them. I'm telling you, when we not thinking about it, I guarantee you it's going to go up a little bit more, bro. I guarantee you. It's just the way the economy is right now. I'm telling you, when the economy gets back up, when it slowly rises back up, those shoes are gonna go back up with it too. Point blank period. A lot of shoes, honestly, if you haven't figured it out, it's a buyer's market right now if you got the capital. And I'm just saying in general. If you got the capital, you can damn near and get almost, with all the shoes that's been releasing lately, you can probably get them right at the price you want, even if you struck out like those Yeezys. I think I only paid like an extra like $75, $80 over the retail price. So yeah, you can, if you want to, this is a buyer's market. You know what I'm saying? I came off the hip, but like at the same time, compared to what that would have cost me years ago, different ball game. Manny says, by next year, Lost and Founds will pop. Look at the Spider-Man Air Jordan 1 1. Yeah, that's all it takes is something else to pop it off, because those Spider-Man 1s, they used to be in the 300 some price range where it was attainable, and now them joints, I caught it at the tail end before I knew. I was like, these joints from the pop off. Manny been talking about them. I'm grabbing them joints right now. I got them right before they started climbing up they went up to like 700s and they ain't come down. And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. And I think that person that I was caught from had a strong feeling, because we literally negotiated down to $1 difference. And they got that extra dollar too. Because they knew, you know what I'm saying? And I knew it wasn't worth walking away for $1, you know? Man with the Kick says, but due to the reimagined ones, Black Toe. I don't know how I feel about those, Manny. Let me read the rest of this article real quick. It says, the NBA ban on Jordan's black and red colored sneakers occurred a fine of $5,000 per game. Nike ran the ban narrative that became their own kind of advertising campaign, selling $70 million worth of Air Jordans within 2 months of the sneakers releasing. Wow. So they made $70 million in 2 months off the bands alone. You know what I'm saying? The Nike Jordan partnership revolutionized athletes' endorsements. Jordan paved the way for other athletes to make millions for sponsorships. So this is like the first one that got the sponsorship. So these are the key points to take away from this article. I see. I think this just talks about the movie and Ben Affleck, so I'm gonna definitely leave that part alone. Um, Now I was very curious who this guy is right here. I just got to see who he is. It says Theo Kinkle is an expert on athlete brand development and monetization. Okay, cool. So he says Kendall, this guy right here, or Ken Kill or Kuhnkill. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly. Predicts the new movie Air will cause an increase in Nike sales and Air Jordan 1 prices that sneakerheads may stock up on to collect or resell. Contributed for he was wrong about that one. It didn't really spike it. We knew that wasn't gonna spike it. Only thing that really spiked it was they did the movie Last Dance. But this one right here, the movie just didn't. I feel like we wasn't as interested in it once we realized it wasn't really. It was more so about the deal, but we didn't really see. I'm gonna say this about the Air movie. It may be good, but I feel like the advertisement wasn't there for the Air movie. And I'm not saying it sucks. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I'm saying that's where I think it lacked in. It wasn't enough advertisement probably invested in to really sell it to us. If you really believe in the product, not saying they don't, but I'm gonna give y'all a good example of what I mean, right? You ever that something get played or put in your face so much to the point where you finally just go ahead and give in and just accept like it. They do this all the time with music. You know what I'm saying? They do this all the time with like certain products that they're trying to go viral. They will put it in your face all over your like where no matter where you like on your phone, you don't even have to be searching it, but it's gonna come in at a recommendation automatically. That's just kind of how it is. And now I don't know if you notice when you search for things on the internet, eventually once you start searching it, like within the next like 24 hours, all the stuff that you were searching, if you're looking something that completely different, on the side they'll have ads of what you was probably something you had Googled that you were just trying to find some simple information on. So, yeah, that's just how the game goes sometimes. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says MJ didn't want to do anything with Nike at first, all the way to the threes, which is crazy to think. Yeah, I think he had wanted to sign with Converse first because that's where everybody was at, and it's crazy now. Nike owns Converse. Look at the times. Teenage Mutant says I think it was Adidas he wanted to sign with. I think he wanted Converse and or Adidas too. Possibly, but I'm almost positive. I think he wanted to do Converse, but don't quote me on that. This is when Converse was like the hottest shoe at the time. Everybody wanted those. The Slayer says, I feel like some Jordans nowadays are just recycled colors. Hopefully some fire come through the holidays. We do. We got those cherry 12s. It is a recycled colorway, but it's still a dope colorway. We got the playoff 8s. Definitely looking forward to that. Manny says, next year then, Slayer, I seen all the bricks from 2023. I mean, I think they're going to hit us with a surprise, though. If they don't hit us with a surprise this year, I'm going to be very surprised. No pun intended. Let me read this part of the article. It says, how did the Air Jordan 1 revolutionize basketball, sneakers, and sports marketing? I'm very curious about this myself. It says Jordan displayed charisma, superior skills, high-flying athleticism, and determination to win at all costs in his basketball career. He won 6 championships with the Chicago Bulls and was influential in globalizing and commercializing the game of basketball and its stakeholders. Mirroring the franchise colors, Nike released the Chicago Stars' first signature shoe, Air Jordan 1, a motto centered around black and red that disrupted the status quo of white sneakers. Because I guess white sneakers was a thing at first, and then they went the opposite. That was another thing they were making about a shoe, which I think is why it kind of got borderline banned. Let's see. The Air Jordan 1 faced a backlash from the NBA after Jordan donned the black and red sneakers during a preseason game in 1984. The NBA sent a letter to Nike stating the red and black basketball shoes violated the league's policy, incurring a $5,000 per game fine. The NBA policy was the shoes had to be 51% white and in accordance with what the rest of the team was wearing. That was the NBA policy right there. Very interesting. And so I guess they were paying a $5,000 fine every single game. But I mean, they brought in $70 million in 2 months. So they had it, but I know they was feeling it too. You know what I'm saying? They probably still getting the math right. Nike welcomed the controversy, agreeing to pay each fine. The company investment in the Polarizing sneakers grew in publicity and transcended into a statement of going against the establishment, according to Kinkel. Says expressing individuality through a unique style and not conforming to norm trends to resonate with people, Kinkel said. It's the perception of being a rebel and an anti-establishment. Air Jordan 1 grew in popularity instantly. Nike capitalized on the controversy by producing a commercial about the NBA's ban on its sneakers. The Air Jordan 1 ban ad said October 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Unfortunately, the NBA can't keep you from wearing them. Air Jordans from Nike. Just 2 months into the sneaker release, Nike sold $70 million worth of Air Jordans by May. Ultimately, the Jordan brand had made the company more than $100 million by the end of the year in 1985. This is a lot of bread back in the day, bro. Feds were looking to see if he would wear the forbidden shoes in a game. Cameras were on his sneakers, and the nation was talking about the Air Jordans. With no threat of a fine, there is no controversy, Kinkel said. It's the best money investment by Nike. So, I mean, it was, I guess that $2,000 fine and him still wearing the shoes anyway really helped. Like, that's basically their advertisement cost that they had to pay every game. And think about it. If he's paying, like, what, once every week or every other week, I mean, hey, but you still bringing in. Think about it. If you got $70 million in 2 months, you made $100 million in 1 year. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody still, you good. You good. Let's see. J Rod says, isn't it crazy that Nike depends on shoes that are 20 plus years old to make most of their money? Yes, when you really think about it, it is a little funny. But at the same time, but that's their staple, man. And look, you also got to look at it from like this. Look how long they've been running for over 20 years with these same models and just putting different colors on there, and we've been rocking with them. So, I mean, this is my thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you got to slowly increase new things in there, or we will get bored. And they have done that with, like, collaborations, you know? Not to ride Nike's you know what, but I'm saying that's where they're still here popping and stuff like that. And I'm sure that's what you meant, J-Rod. Man of the Kick says, facts, J-Rod, and thanks to MJ. And Tinker 100, most definitely. Tinker is the one that's a lot behind a lot of the designs. Teenage Mutant says, y'all think LeBron's will ever have a big impact like Air Jordans will have in the future? No. I think Jordans is that it's like Haley's Comet, man. Jordan sneakers are like Haley's Comet. It only comes around like once in a lifetime, man. To be great like Jordan is, and I'm talking like just on and off the court and with the sneakers, that only comes around once in a lifetime. Not many people get that type of, it's just different. It's just, yeah, that's just unique individuality, man. He played his heart on that thing, on that court, and that's just how it goes. LeBron, not saying he didn't, right? But at the same time, his shoes just, they're, at the end of the day, it's not a Jordan. Even though it's with Nike. But he's got a lifetime deal, so he should be good. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, Dennis Rodman joints go hard still. Yeah, I mean, he started the backwards Nike check on some shoes as well. So, I mean, you got to give Dennis Rodman credit because he was always never afraid to just be himself. So, I rock with Dennis Rodman. And plus, contrary of what he looked like, he had a lot of nice women. That's the nicest way I'm going to put it. Let's see. J-Rod says, nope, no one cares about the bronze like that. Like I said, it's not on the level of, it's still not a Jordan. I'm going to say that. Manny says, Kobe, yes, and LeBron, I don't know about that. Maybe he got another ring. Maybe if he get another ring. I'm going to be 100. LeBron is taking some serious time to think whether he's even going to play next season, bro. He may just like, hey, man, I said, Jordan got 6 rings. He doesn't have the most in the NBA, but he's definitely up there. The average ones, you'd be happy to get 3, which I think that's what LeBron got, I think Dwayne Wade got his joint, of course. So, I mean, yeah, it's just one of those, like, it's hard to do what Jordan did, The man put in the work, and he didn't come out the gate just winning the games. He lost a lot before he started taking off. He just, and the thing is, he was never the top player. He came in and just continued to work on his game and growth. You know, let's see. Teenage Mutant says, "LOL. I remember some peeps were going crazy over them a while back, but I agree with you, Jay. Most definitely, most definitely. Let's see the Kobe's and LeBron's. I think Kobe's are RIP to Kobe, but when things hit kind of differently for people whenever stuff like that happen too. Not to take away from the Kobe's, because what I like is the Kobe pack that kind of like only like I've seen a handful of people got, where it has like it's like a Air Jordan 8 and then it's a Kobe 3, like an Air Jordan 3. That one's in the Laker colorways. Those are fire. Teenage Mutant says 5K is chump change at that point. Yeah, most definitely. Them throwing say they throwing 5K a month away on him playing in the game, but they getting all that free advertisement and people going crazy for it. Yeah, their product, they can't keep it on the shelves. And think about back then, there was probably most likely no fakes because it's too new. You know what I mean? They probably made some spin-offs, but it was no fakes back then. Probably was super horrible. The fakes didn't start getting good until literally I want to say about a good strong after 2019. That's when I'll say 2018 to now. That's when fakes have just. It's really hard to tell. You gotta really just go through the source now. That's where it is. Let's see. The Slayer says, I prefer wearing Kobe's than Bronze. Not surprised. Man with the Kick says, same here, Slayer. J Ross says, Kobe's just run hella small for me. I got a wide foot, so it's hard to get the right size. Valid. Yeah, that's trial and error, unfortunately, that you have to figure out that way, J Rod. Manny says, LeBron got 4 rings. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, Manny. Yeah, he got 4. So, I mean, is he really going to try to play next year and get the 5th? I mean, I'm going to say this about sports in general, and you can take this from NBA, from NFL to boxing, any sport, even golf. When you're in your prime, you're in your prime. But just know that every year, you're going to, whether you realize it or not, you're going to get better. It's just like you're going to start coming in good. You're going to hit the peak, and then you're going to get a slow downfall. Not that you didn't get any better, but it's just like the guys that's coming after you, they get stronger, faster, younger, healthier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just come with the game. So, while you're at your peak, you got to really take advantage of it. You know what I mean? It ain't going to be forever. Even though I know I've seen some players, all athletes say, as long as I want it. You know what I mean? And that's just the motivation and determination you got to have. I think Kobe had, 5 rings, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that one. So Kobe, another GOAT in there, along with Shaq, who don't get enough credit for being a GOAT as well. You know what I'm saying? Just because his game was a little bit different. You know what I mean? The Slayer says, at Manny, those triple white Kobe's though. Okay. Nice. Says fire and reverse Grinch Kobe's are on my radar. I like those Grinch Kobe's for real. I like those. Slayers pointing 100. Let me get a swig of my drink real quick. Y'all know when y'all talk consistently for quite some time, you definitely got to take a little drink every from now and then. It says, but I'm going to get back to the article. Great action tonight, guys. Appreciate that. How did a partnership between Nike and Michael Jordan redefine athlete endorsement? It says, during Jordan's playing career in 1984 to 2003, that's Michael Jordan, how long he played, a new Air Jordan sneaker got released every season. Kinko explained that this kind of exclusive investment from an athlete redefined endorsements. Think about it. Back then, they used to do one every season. Now we got a different Air Jordan. If Nike wanted to, they could do a different one every week. Every week, because I know we felt it. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. But think about this one. This was every season. So they would do one every season. That's crazy. Says, if you want to play like Mike, you must buy his sneakers was the message in Nike's marketing strategy. Saw that when they even had Spike Lee in the commercial as well. Let's see. Consumers believe buying his shoes could improve their game. The company gained brand exposure and developed a reputation for releasing high quality products. Thus, they could raise sneaker prices. It also gave Jordan a worldwide platform to grow his brand, Kinkle said. Yeah, and it definitely grew. Um, and they got this in quotations. Be like Mike became a known slogan in the 90s. Jordan likeness crossed over the brands such as Hanes. I remember he was doing his commercial with Hanes, Coca-Cola, Wheaties, Gatorade, and McDonald's, increasing his marketability. Nike released more commercials centered on his sneakers. Filmmaker Spike Lee, I told y'all, I ain't even read this yet, but I told y'all, collaborated with the Bull Star in 1988 television ad saying it's got to be the shoes. Yep, I remember seeing that. Even though I was I may possibly I was a young buck, but I definitely watched it as I got older. You know what I'm saying? Years later, Nike signed Jordan to a contract. He is currently entitled to 5% royalties on each. This is current. Think about he definitely needs like 10-15% now. But think about it. Even he's getting 5% of Nike's themselves, and that still put him in the billionaire category. That lets you know how much bread Nike bringing to the table. But it says, entitled to 5% royalties on each Jordan brand shoe sale. Kinko explained that more brands now exchange company stock or equal stakes basically for an athlete to stay with the company. He said athletes also started to be more involved in the design process of their brands. Jordan is involved in the design of his shoes. Yeah, he puts his thought into it, but I think he really just rolls with it too, which keeps him happy as the sponsor athlete, and he helps increase sales because consumers have an extra layer of comfort investing in Air Jordans, knowing that one of the biggest sports superstars signed off on them, basically. But I will say this, to play devil's advocate, you can thank Drake. He's signing off on a lot of shoes that we really not checking for. And I'm talking the Jordan brand stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it at that, but I'm going to keep it rolling on the rest of this article. Let's see. Thus, Jordan's influence paved the way of other sponsored athletes who have gained even more power due to the social media reach. Think about it. Jordan Brand did this with I'm talking Michael Jordan. Not just Jordan Brand, but Michael Jordan. They didn't have. Think about if this would have been where social media was an impact when he first came out. Man, he would have been high billions, probably the first one closer to trillions. Because there would have been even more marketing for more people who don't even have television and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Think about it. Back then, they didn't have it. The internet may exist, but it wasn't on the big level of what it is now. Think about it. Internet is how me and you interact now. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, the internet was still, and it was up, but it was getting better by the day, to keep it 100. I watched it grow. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? It says, in short, companies learn the power of athletes endorsers of a product. After Nike's success with Jordan, more brands shifted their marketing focus to individual athletes and not teams. So you can thank Michael Jordan for that one for sure. Let's see. He said that athletes with large social media followings are building their own platforms and brand communities. For years, NCAA athletes could not get paid for sponsorships, but now they can receive financial compensation through the NIL, name, image, and likeness deals, and use social media to network and grow the personal brand. So Michael Jordan, basically this deal scoped it of what basically majority or a lot of these athletes, and I'm not going to say majority, but a lot of athletes allegedly, now even the college students are getting their percentage of their sales. And let's keep it 100. That should have always been a thing. It's kind of been a thing low key under the table that is technically, if you get caught, it's frowned upon and you could get in a lot of trouble. But this, my thing, is no different than, I'll put it this way, some of these NCAA coaches make more bread than an actual professional NFL coach. Some of them, because the college team is such a big thing now. And those players go in just as hard as the next ones. You know what I'm saying? Sure, they're not, the next level is supposed to be professional level, which is NBA or NFL or whatever sport or what have you. But you got to start somewhere, and college is in no way, shape, or form cheap. So yeah, these guys should be definitely beginning to, if people are buying like a X amount of player from this college team jersey, they should be getting a little bit of bread, in my opinion. They should be getting a percentage too. Let's see. J Rod says, I don't think Jordans would have popped off like that did in today's time. People move on to the next thing so quick. Yeah, true. I could see your argument on that one as well. J Rod, I can see your argument on that one. It may have not took off, but it still would. Yeah, it wouldn't have been on the level of what it is now. I think I'm one of those people that believe everything happened for a reason, the timing and everything like that. So I think, all honesty, it came when it was supposed to. They dropped when they were supposed to. The Slayer says we need internet like we need air. Exactly, bro. Like, I'm be honest, when I be traveling and stuff, one things before I leave, let me see, what the internet like though, because I need internet. Even if I'm not finna bring like my whole setup to do like a YouTube setup or something like that, it say like sometimes if I got videos I still gotta release while I'm traveling, I need the internet to upload it to YouTube. I can edit it all day on my computer and save it there, but it's like it's no fun until you put it on the internet. And that's one thing that I will say this. When I remember when my dad got my first computer, he was like, you gotta get internet though. That's what makes it work. You know what I'm saying? Like the computer, you can type on it and stuff like that, but really what takes it to the next level is you gotta pay a monthly fee for internet service. Let's just keep it 100. Internet makes devices a little bit more fun, right? You know? And even I'm saying even right down to your phones, because all that is become like a little handheld computer, whether you realize it or not. It's just a little bit more edgy compared to the average computer. But now a lot of these computers are becoming on that market as well. It's kind it just go, that's just how the time go. But yeah, most definitely. J Rod says Jordan got the matistic to him because those social media. It says some kids can't function without Wi-Fi. Most definitely. And I gotta be a little honest here. I'm borderline almost one of those kids. Well, I guess grown man now, but I'm kind of one of those kids where like, hey, what a Wi-Fi at? Even if my phone got good service, I still be trying to see what the Wi-Fi is. You know what I'm saying? But granted, if your phone got service, you'll be able to go off your data, which is also a form of internet as well. So, yeah, my phone lose service, or case in point, we had a storm here earlier. It didn't hit in my area, but it hit all around everywhere but my area, which is ironic. A lot of people lost power. When the power go out, guess what? The internet go out. That's what be funny with my job, right? Y'all know I do IT, and one of the things that is like, one of the things I need to do my job, I gotta have power. So when the power gone, it's a different ball game. So yeah, I ain't trying to say I'm those kids, but yeah. Teenage Mutant says facts at J. Man with the kicks with the skull says Teenage says traditions, staples, cultures can't be made like back then. Most definitely. Like I said, he dropped his stuff popped when it was supposed to, man. Let's just keep it 100. It popped when it was supposed to. We got to give him credit for that. Everything happens for a reason. I'm going to read through the rest of this article real quick. It says, how the Air Jordans expand beyond basketball and into fashion, pop culture, and hip hop. Very interesting right here. This is what I almost named the live, right? It says, the Jordan brand evolved into a recognizable trademark beyond basketball and became a fashion statement in pop culture. Sneakers went from an athletic necessity to iconic casual wear. Air Jordans have been in TV shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which a lot of this stuff, think about it, guys. You notice before I even really started reading into this article and even put it on the screen, a lot of this, sure, we don't have it as well organized as this article right here. But we've already said a lot of this stuff already. I'm like, man, we kind of already knew this already. We don't have it probably, we just started blurting out thoughts, which ain't nothing wrong with that. It says, where Will Smith's character spotted the grape Air Jordan 5s, the Jordan footwear was also seen in films like He Got Game, starring Denzel Washington. Yep, and I got those 13s. As a character, Jake Shuttlesworth, who wore the Air Jordan 13s. Look, before I'm reading the article, I can spit it back. You know what I'm saying? And that's not bragging. It's just that honestly, it's just one of those how long we've been in the culture. I'm pretty sure a lot of you people can too. And if you can't, you learning a lot from me. Let's see. The Slayer says Jeremy the IT with the most heat. Um, yeah, now in my building. And probably in my last building that I worked at too. There was some people that was on. Like I said, man, I don't know if I told you guys, but I had a few people that when it was where you just had to go wait out in line. Me and a coworker used to go get the shoes like every other week when they was dropping. But I think they don't collect. They still get them, but they not on the level like where I'm at. You know, if I had to guess, but they still got a nice collection. But yeah, I'll take Drake voice. I'll take the fine for that. And that's not bragging, but yeah, I think because nobody else in the building is into him, right? Like that. And that's what I mean. So I'll take the fine for that. I'll take the fine for that. Teenage Mutant says, nah, if I lose my phone, my day goes to doo-doo. Bro, that losing your phone, two things you don't want to lose. Your phone, car keys, and one more, you don't want to lose like your cards, like your cards, your bank cards or whatever. You lose any of those, I guarantee you your stomach finna do a backflip and turn sideways, bro. Like when I'm gonna say this because I was like traveling or whatever. I was in my family member's house. We went over there or whatever, and I had left my phone. Like I had left my phone upstairs, and then I forgot I had left it up there. I started freaking out. Oh, I immediately went into like backtracking, like where I leave it. You know what I mean? Let's see. J. Rod says, I can't even lie. Sometimes I watch movies and see what the shoes they're wearing. I mean, we all do, man. We all do. That's just part of the game. Like, I don't know about y'all. When I step out, I often, I don't stare, but I see what other people's wearing. Like today, when I was at the grocery store, I had to get some stuff for the house. I saw some wearing some SB Dunks. I forgot which ones it was. They was like blue, and I think that was actually part of the bubblegum pack. Don't quote me on that though, because I didn't really look that hard. But they had the gum bottom and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm almost proud. I saw homie. I wonder where you get that. But at the same time, I'm not the only person that's into sneakers. So I didn't say anything to him. It's kind of like, I glanced at it, noticed it, and kept it moving. A lot of things I see floating around too, low key, comfort wise, especially now that summer's up. We're about to see there's probably about to be a wave of like Yeezy slides walking everywhere. So, fun fact about that. Let's see. The Slayer says, "Hey J Rod, at J Rod, ain't nobody outshining your boy." Let me read the rest of this article real quick. It says Jordan's impact on the basketball court also influenced hip hop's culture. That's another thing too that we can debate about this, right? I want to bring up the shoes were dope. They are not were, they still are dope, right? But would the shoe game be the same if Jordan was talking all that? Well, Jordan didn't even talk all that talk. He just went out. He talked trash on the court. But had Jordan not went out there and performed on the level of what we see, would his shoes still be in that category? Bars. Didn't even know I was rhyming right there. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. If Jordan didn't perform on the level that we know he could be, would his shoes still be on the level of what they is back then in any point? You know what I'm saying? That's food for thought. Let's see. J Rod says, I gotta have the slides in the trunk for the long trips so you don't crease the shoes. I had the shoes tucked away and I be in the slides riding and traveling when I do the joint. Let me hit this rest of this article. It says Jordan's impact on the basketball court also influenced hip hop culture. See how many influences we got here that's going on where Jordan is kind of influenced like across the board. You know what I'm saying? It says his sneaker brand became a staple in streetwear culture where hip hop artists and celebrities wearing them in casual settings. Rappers in the 90s like Notorious B.I.G., R.I.P., Ice Cube, Jay-Z, and others would reference Jordan sneakers and career successes lyrically in their songs. The Air Jordans would also appear in music videos. Jay-Z and fellow rapper Kanye West wore the Bread Air Jordan 1s and the Varsity Air Jordan 6s in the video for the single Otis in 2011. Not bad for some. Yeah, I remember that song. Actually, I'm gonna pull up the video. I'm gonna put up the video on mute just to see if I can. Not saying I don't believe him, but I want to kind of pull the video up on mute just to see that. because I'm gonna play the video, but you know how on YouTube is as today, shoe companies regularly make sneaker partnerships with clothing or other celebrity brands. Rapper Travis Scott, which we know his shoes took off like a rocket, released several sneaker lines in partnership with Jordan Brand and Nike, earning him about $10 million per year. The rise of sneakers and fashion allows brands to sell shoes at higher prices tiers, according to Kinkool. The sneaker industry has emerged over the last decade where shoes have become one of the go-to status symbols and fashion statements. We now see more companies dropping limited edition merchandise lines through partnering with athletes and even celebrities in multi-million dollar shoe deals, he said. And says, how did Air Jordans lead to the rise of sneaker culture? This is what pretty much brought on the topic for tonight. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, I wish there were more Jordan stores. Yeah, I mean, Nike them kind of went a different route of how they wanted to dispute them. So I want to pull up this Otis joint real quick just to see if I can get a good, like, quick little glimpse of, like, Jay and Kanye. Otis, let's see. Watch the Throne. Let's see. I'm gonna say Otis. I'm gonna put Jay-Z because I think it'll pull it up. Like I said, I'm gonna try to play the video, but on mute. Hold on, real quick. Y'all bear with the kid. Let me put it on mute because I want to see if we can. I'm gonna share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom, right there. So this is a joint. I got it on mute, so we shouldn't even hear the audio. That's not the point. I just want to see if we can see the shoes real quick. Let's see, because this joint, that's Ye right there. Actually, I think we just saw him. Yeah, if you see, that's Ye and the sixes right there. So Ye rocked sixes the whole entire time, and Jordan and Jay-Z rocked the Jordan 1 breads. Interesting. So yeah, this article's spot on, bro. Sorry for no audio on the music, but YouTube would have cut. If I would have played that joint, YouTube probably would have cut this joint smooth the freak off, bro. But I definitely had to. I definitely just had to check that real quick because it was gonna bother me the whole night. So I might as well share with you guys as well. TJ Moon says all these reseller stores I give props to, but man, this sneaker market getting ruthless with some price. Oh yeah, it's been getting out of hand since 2020, bro. Teenage Mutant says, sorry, size 9 Jordan 4 Thunder for $445. Hey, they don't be playing. Let's see. J-Rod says $445. Who paying that price? Manu the Kick says, heck no, $445 for Thunder bricks. Says Teenage Mutant says, LOL, that's what I was thinking in my head. I almost ran out the store. Homie said he almost ran out. It stung. It hurt you that bad? My dad would have ran out that joint too. My dad run out the store on the retail price, so I don't want to show him what the resale world like. It says, how did Air Jordan lead to the rise of sneaker culture? Very curious about this, so let's get their take on this. It says, consumers started to collect, trade, and resell sneakers in the 1970s. So this is sneaker culture been a thing since then. Today, people who take pride in their shoe collection and spend hundreds of dollars on rare or in-demand sneakers are known as sneakerheads, quote unquote. I guess that will be us, guys. Again, I'll take the fine for that. Like Drake, I'll take the, I wear the title proudly. And what's crazy is back in the day, if we would have been talking to me, 3 years ago before the pandemic, I would have told y'all I wasn't no sneakerhead for real. I just like a few little shoes or whatever, but I'm not really. But now, before you know it. Now, I will say this. While I would have told myself, I'm like, hey, I'm not a sneakerhead technically. Ask anybody else that been around me, they'll be like, yes, you are. They would have argued me up and down. Like, yes, you are. Because I guess, I said 2015, I was really deep into it too. J-Rod says, if you gotta set alarms for sneaker drops, yeah, true. And I've definitely done that. Let's see. Sneakerheads tend to wear shoes only a few times or not at all to maintain peak value. That's not true. Yes, I can see that. But at the same time, if you got a lot of shoes to choose from, you could easily. There's some people that got over 300 pairs of shoes, bro. That means they can wear a different shoe every single day if they step outside the house. But you also got to think about, sometimes some people don't leave the house. Sometimes people just run to a quick errand. You don't always put them on. That don't mean that you're trying to preserve them. I mean, it helps. But at the same time, sometimes it's kind of like one of those you're not trying to. Like I don't try to do it self consciously. Um, let's see. They resell sneakers to consumers willing to pay above retail pricing. Thus, the sneaker resale market has become highly profitable, according to Kinco. Let's see. Sneakerheads pay price premiums for shoes to collect and admire. It goes from a collector's item to an expensive investment that generates some real money for resellers, Kinkle explained. Unsurprisingly, the Air Jordans became a must have in every sneakerhead's collection, and sneakers with significant memories from Jordan's career or in popular culture have been honored with releases. They are called retros, a re-release after the shoe model's initial debut. Kinko explained that the nostalgia is a powerful marketing tool in sneaker culture. Yes and no. I could tell he don't know. He knew more about the money side of things as far as how the deal came about. But the sneaker culture, we can add a lot to this. I think it's safe to say that. J Rod says drops, then you're a sneakerhead. Yeah, if you set alarm for sneaker drops, you're a sneakerhead. J Rod says my girl says why are you getting the same shoe over and over? She doesn't. Yeah, that's one of the things that non sneakerheads say to us all. J Rod, not just your girl, but I know that's a true statement. I've been told that from hey man, y'all realize y'all buying the same shoe over and over, just different color, or sometimes we just get the new updated version. Like think about it. If they was to drop, let's say this, right? 2024, let's say 2025, we get the Concords again. We're probably most likely gonna buy them again. You know what I mean? 2026, but usually they give it a little 10-year break between those type of drops. But yeah, like I'll say this, right? I'll say what they need to do over. It's about time to do a new one. The Space Jam 11s. Last time we had a joint was what, 2016? Don't quote me, but I'm also positive 2016. It's time for a fresh pair, because I got the '09 pair and the 2016 pair. And yeah, I mean, it's getting about that time to bring the things back on that. And yes, I will buy that shoe over again. So sometimes we do, but you got to understand sometimes it's how the shoe doesn't age well, or sometimes you don't treat it as like back in the day. And I still do wear all my shoes, but I mean, like I didn't put no thought into it. If I wanted to wear the shoe, I just wore the shoe no matter what the weather was. Because I was like, oh, they're gonna put it out again. I ain't worried about it. But now I'm like, let me check the weather first. You know what I mean? Let's see. Man on the Kick says, I know your pain, J Rod. Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of us guys know your pain. If you got a boo or anybody, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nostalgia sells. People enjoy retro sneakers because they bring up positive memories of when they felt connected to an athlete or brand image, he said. In fact, Nike Airship, a game-worn pair of sneakers by Jordan in 1984, was sold for 1.47 million at an auction to collector Nick Formelia in 2021. Wow. The Last Dance, in short, has been 20 years since Jordan last stepped foot in the NBA. Yet he is still considered one of the greatest basketball players ever. His impact on the game of basketball challenged the status quo and changed athletic footwear, skyrocketing sneakerhead culture, sports marketing, and paid sponsorship deals for athletes. The Air Jordan 1 went from a counter-culture shoe to a mainstream sneaker worldwide. Jordan's Bellatos, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, influence continues to thrive in the customer market today as his mother, Dolores, put in a new film air, a shoe is just a shoe until my son steps into it. That's a great quote. Got to give it to the mom on that one, man. Let me put myself back on the main screen. I've been on this joint for an hour and 25 minutes, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up. I'm about to get ready to close things out here for the night. Let's talk upcoming sneaker releases or what you guys are looking forward to. One of the things that I think, obviously, if we're going to talk just around the corner, we're talking, and this is probably could be as soon as tomorrow, the Jordan 1 UNC toe. I'm probably still, if they drop tomorrow, I'm probably going to go ahead and try to get them out the way. I know y'all had asked me that at the beginning of the live. Again, that's a shoe I won't pay resale for, but retail, I'll go ahead and grab them. To be honest, I'm really on the fence because if y'all can't tell, I'm really like meh. So I may wake up tomorrow and say no. It all just depends on how the phone is. I'm gonna put it this way: I'm not gonna be looking at my phone every hour on the hour. But if I happen to get the notification and it comes through the sold out Discord, it is pinned up at the top. By the way, to sign up for free. If I do happen to see the notification somewhere and I happen to check it and it's not too much of a hassle, then yeah, I'll cop them. Divine Photo says Chicago split dunks look kind of fire. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably coming on as well. I've never been big into the split joint, but I mean, it definitely has done well. J Rod says UNC won and Black Toe Lows for me this month. Okay, Black Toe Lows. I saw those, yeah, most definitely. I saw that up on the upcoming releases I did for sure. Teenage Mutant says, does Kobe got a doc? I think there's been some stuff done, but I don't think there's like an official one like Jordan just yet. I also saw, speaking of Kobe RP, I also saw where Nike them are gonna be dropping like a Kobe line this year as well. So it's gonna be a whole Kobe line and like his like I guess like just something that's inspired by Kobe, which is very nice. Something that probably should have been done a long time ago, but neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I think on the radar I got the playoff eights on the radar, and I got the cherry 12s on the radar. I told you guys that. Let's see. J Rod says Jerry Jones just got a Netflix deal for a doc. Oh wow, interesting. So that means tell me, I'm gonna say this: if Kobe don't have one, they're still in probably the deal phase of what they trying to get the bag right. The family probably trying to get the bag right, and I can't really blame them on that. J Rod says 50 mil. Oh wow, Jerry Jones got a 50 million. Holy crap, bro. Sheesh. This is my crazy thing with Jerry Jones. And not saying the other people aren't either that's got Netflix deal, but it's like Jerry Jones like rich for real. Like he owns the like Dallas Cowboys. Like he's rich. Like he don't even need the 50. I'm not, and I don't know. I mean, 50 million is a lot of money probably to anybody, but like, bro, like he don't even have to do it. But I mean, that's probably why he was able to negotiate it up that high. That's crazy. Manny says Jordan 2, UNC, and Nike terminated low wave. Yeah, possibly those twos. I think those are a low, right? If I'm not mistaken. Teenage Mutant says, if you had to choose between LeBron, Jordan, or Magic Johnson to be on an island with bare resources, who would you choose? Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be on the island with none of them joints. But I'm gonna go ahead. If I had to choose, right? But you said if I had to choose, that's the key part. I'm gonna roll with Jordan, just like Manny said. MJ, I'm gonna roll with Jordan because, you know what I'm saying. But this the thing that's gonna suck is like, pause that didn't come out right. But the thing would like probably would be, that really wouldn't be cool. Jordan probably wouldn't even want to fool up with you. Probably wouldn't even want to talk to you. But see, like Magic could probably give you some game. LeBron would probably give you some game. But Jordan be like, yo, I'm worth way too much to be out here. I will be out of here soon. Don't talk to me. And I'm not saying that's what he would do, but that's kind of how he comes across sometimes. Not saying it's true. Maybe he switches up when it's just you. But, Jordan been literally just, he been up there for a while, man. But I would still choose Jordan and roll the dice and choose Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I don't think he would be the best person to be stuck on the island with. And I'm going to just keep it 100. But other than that, man, I've been on this joint for an hour and 30 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Like I said, only thing I'm really anticipating is pretty much the Cherry 12s. And, of course, I am the playoff 8s. So, I mean, the other stuff in between, I'm still going to be looking at it. I'm trying to make a deal. I'm trying to check and see if this place even got the shoe I'm looking for that I really, really must have. And I do got an unboxing coming for y'all tomorrow. Nothing sneaker related, but it's an unboxing. And then I got an unboxing next week on some sneakers. Y'all probably going to be surprised. For sure. Just waiting on it to get here so I can get the video right. But other than that, man, been on the joint for an hour and 30 minutes. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and y'all know I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, music Mondays. This is Sold Out Wednesday. I will be back Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Dunk should be in the party per usual. Salutes to Dunks. And other than that, man, I'm closing things out for tonight. And y'all be prepared for Saturday, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel. Sign up for the Discord. It is free to sign up, of course. Manny says, bag secure, JJ plays his cards right. Most definitely, you already know. But other than that, man, I'm officially out this thing, man. And I will be back on Saturday. Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry why. Oh, I'ma cry why. Oh, I'ma cry why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember.